to Performance TV. We want to welcome our next guest in, Tommy. Leighton Curd, coming to us from RAMAIR SS. Tommy, you know, a lot of people go out and buy Corvettes. Leighton's got something for us to bolt right on and give it a lot of extra horsepower.
Leighton, everybody buys a Corvette. They want to go fast. You've come up with a great way, inexpensive, easy to install, to give your Corvette a little more horsepower, make it a little faster, make the economy better. You got an engineering degree. How'd you come up with this RAMAIR SS system?
Well, really, it all started about being a gearhead at heart, turning wrenches, building cars. Ever since I was a kid, I loved cars and stuff. And what I wanted was, had a vet and was looking at the design system and so forth, and I wanted something that was functional, had a factory appearance, had factory quality, but also offered the largest performance gains available. So it took the time to develop a system that literally bolts right on within an hour or so of on a factory car. No tunings required at all. But again, the more you want more performance, start looking at doing other performance grades on top of this. But you'll be really impressed with the response you get on this.
Now, don't be alarmed. We said this is a simple installation. You don't have to take your hood off to put the RAMAIR SS system on your car, but we did today so you could see how to install this system.
Hey, Leighton, what do we need to do here first to go ahead and get the stock system out?
Well, the first thing we have to do is we have to loosen the throttle body boot, and we also have to remove the MAF wiring harness.
All right. And this thing, pull it out.
Pull that right on out.
We got that out of the way. Just happen to have my handy tool here.
All right, Leighton, let's put this new piece in here, and we're going to make our marks. You've got to have a proper alignment, correct?
Correct.
Now, what's the importance of all this? Why is this like one of the important steps of all this?
Well, you'll see that the radiator shroud itself has a certain contour to it. We have to make sure that the flange of the intake system aligns up correctly on that. Also, we have to make sure that, again, as we mentioned previously, we want to make sure that our left and right alignment is correct so that the air flows freely and without any loss of air pressure and so forth into the engine.
All right, measure twice, cut once.
Exactly.
All right, got it. Now that we've got our marks to where we're going to cut our hole in the radiator shroud, you could actually do it in the car with maybe a box knife or a Dremel tool, but it's a little easier if we just go ahead and remove this shroud, take it out of the car, make our cuts on the bench. So I'm going to pop these bolts out right here, remove the shroud, and let Kathy cut her hole on the bench. All right, got this out. Now, Kathy, here, you and Leighton cut the hole in that for me.
All right, we can do that. All right, let's go ahead, and we see we have your marks here that you and Tommy made. So now we want to take the flange, lay it down on here and line it up. And now we're going to actually make our marks inside of what we're really going to cut here. So we'll do this. Does this stuff cut pretty easy then?
Not bad at all. It's with a box cutter knife as we've got right here, just taking your time and being careful.
Yeah, especially over these areas here that are a little more down in. There we go.
All right. So now we'll remove this, and this actually shows what we're actually going to be removing from the radiator shroud itself.
All right. Okay, so we got our last hole drilled here. Did a nice job cutting that out all nice and neat. We set our flange down on here is what I'd done, marked all the holes. We've got them drilled out. Now what we want to do is put our little clips in first.
Fender clips in, that's right.
Our fender clips in. Make sure they're all lined up.
Okay. Now the next step is really just to put the flange back on. You'll notice there are two larger fasteners here, two longer screws here. The rest are all the same. So now it's just a matter of getting them started. And again, all this hardware is all stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about it rusting or anything like that.
All right, Tommy, here you go. It's pretty simple, actually, to put that all together.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'll put this radiator shroud back in, install the air plenum, and this project's done. Really simple install.
Okay, Tommy, we already got the filter in there, so let's get this thing hooked back up.
All right, we'll slide this down in there. All we got to do is connect this hose. Now, Leighton, how much horsepower did you say we're going to gain from doing this?
We're going to see every bit of 35 to 40 horsepower real-world driving conditions.
Wow, that's a pretty simple install for 35 horsepower. I'm impressed.
Exactly. And you know, we know you got them for the Corvettes. What about other cars?
We're currently working on designs for the new Camaro, as well as the Mustang, as well as some other Dodge products, the Challenger and Charger and so forth. So basically all your American muscle cars.
Great. Now, that was easy. 35 horsepower. I'm impressed.
Performance TV presented by Low Carb Performance Products is being brought to you by RAMAIR SS Performance Specialties.